Ladies, and so to speak, gentlemen, someone suggested to my wife that it might be nice that I come here and give some sort of lecture open to the general public, with the proceeds going to charity. Ah. A lecture. Why not? Really, what do I care? Of course, you understand I am not a professor. I am devoid of academic degrees. But nevertheless, for the past 30 years, at a considerable risk to my health, mind you, I have been working on problems of a scientific nature, pondering them. Occasionally, I even write scholarly articles, if you can believe that. Well, not exactly scholarly, but what I mean is, if you excuse the expression, sort of scholarly. As a matter of fact, I have written one entitled The Problem with Insects. Yeah, my daughters like it. A lot. Especially the part about bed bugs. I read it to them. Of course, then I tore it up. You can write about bed bugs all you want, but the only thing that will get rid of them is boric acid. And we even had them in the piano. As the subject of my lecture is concerned, I have chosen, I think I may put it like that, the harmful effects which could be observed in human beings as a direct result of the indulgence in tobacco. I myself smoke, but my wife said I should come here and give a lecture on the dangers of tobacco. So there's not much more to be said, is there? Dangers? Why not? Really, what do I care? Now, if you have qualms with a dry scientific lecture, if it's something you don't like the idea of, feel perfectly free to stop listening, or just leave if you like. Really. Now, tobacco is, so to speak, a plant, and whenever I give a lecture, my right eye begins to twitch. I'm sorry. It's just nerves. I'm a very nervous man, generally speaking. And my eye began twitching. And my eye began twitching in 1889, September 13th, 1889. It was the day my fourth oldest Barbara was born. All of my daughters are born on the 13th. Well, nonetheless, since our time here today is short, I think that it is best that we should just stick to the script. I would like to point out, however, that my wife runs a boarding school and a music school. Well, not exactly what you'd call a music school, but sort of like a music school. At the music school, I am in charge of the housekeeping department. Yes. I make all the payments, manage the staff, manufacture the students' notebooks, take care of the bed bugs, walk the wife's dog, catch mice. I'm sure you'd all rather be listening to some music, like a show tune, or an aria. Or I shall never Ruth wavered in the heat of the battle. Thank you. I can never remember what that one is from. Our School of Music is located on Mutt Street, number 13 Mutt Street. Perhaps that is the reason why I'm living my life as such a failure. As I do at number 13, and all my daughters were born on the 13th. And my house has 13 windows. That's right. Number 13 Mutt Street. I'm afraid I haven't been much of a success at anything. I've grown old. And stupid. And here I am giving a lecture. And I feel perfectly happy to be here. I do, but what I'd really like to do is scream at the top of my lungs! Or run away. Someplace nobody could ever find me. And I don't have anyone I can complain to. You say, well, you have your daughters. What daughters, huh? My wife had 7 daughters and 6 daughters. 7? Seven daughters. Yes, my wife had 7 daughters. No, sorry, 7. Anna, she's the oldest. She's 27? And the youngest is 17. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not happy. I've grown into a half-wit, a non-wit. If only you knew. I've lived with that wife for the past 33 years, and they have been the best years of my life, so to speak. They have passed. They've passed in one happy twinkling of an eye. And frankly, I don't give a good goddamn anymore. Anyway, she's not here, so I can say exactly how I feel like. I'm so scared. She terrifies me whenever she looks at me. And here's another thing. All my daughters are unmarried. And they've been unmarried all their lives. Partially because they're bashful, but also because she never lets them meet anyone. She never throws parties. So cheap. Stuck-up old shrew. That's why nobody ever comes to visit us. I should point out that it only takes one little shot to get me drunk. Makes me feel good inside. But at the same time, it makes me so sad. I can't even begin to tell you. For some reason, I start thinking about when I was young. And for some reason, it makes me want to run away. Just run away. Leave this place and run and never look back. Where? I don't care where. Just leave this cheap, filthy, vulgar life that has turned me into a pathetic old wreck. An old half-wit. Run away from that stupid, petty, evil miser of a woman that I'm married to. Run away from a wife who's tormented me for the past 33 years. Oh. If only I could forget it all. If only I could forget it all. I know I'm old. I'm poor. I'm pathetic. But I don't need a thing. I'm better than all of this. I'm an honest man. I used to be young. I was smart. I went to the university. I had dreams. But now I don't want a thing. Just a little piece of quiet. Please, just a little piece of quiet. Oh. However, it appears my wife is here. Yes. She's in the wings. She's waiting on me. Well, I see that my time here is about up. If she asks, would you mind saying that I'd be very grateful if you wouldn't mind saying that I behaved with dignity. She's watching. As a consequence of which, that tobacco contains a powerful toxic agent, as I have just described, we see that smoking is by no means advisable. And I hope, so to speak, that this lecture has contained many things that will produce a beneficial effect. That is all I have to say. Dici et ad minimum levavi.